Good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to sisyaclass. Welcome to the mathematics series of sisyaclass. So this is the YouTube live session we are having every day at 11:30 and followed by 5:30, and there is a chemistry lecture even at 3:30. So ఒకవేళ కానీ you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. ఒకవేళ కాకపోతే ఇప్పటి వరకు మీరు మా ఛానల్ని అసలు చూడలేదు, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయలేదు అంటే ప్లీజ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఇప్పటి వరకు ఏదైతే కంటెంట్ జరిగిందో ఎంసెట్కి సంబంధించిన పూర్తి కంటెంట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ like till now whatever we have covered, everything is there in the playlist, and playlist link is there in the description box itself. And meeru malli these are all live sessions which we are having at 11:30 as well as 5:30, but also they are also recorded, so you can go back and again check the list, check the playlist, and you can see what are all the chapters that have covered. నేను ఇప్పుడు వరకు కవర్ చేసిన టాపిక్స్ functions, I have covered trigonometric functions, then followed by calculus, limits, derivatives and applications of derivatives, and then followed by I have already covered permutations and combinations, complex numbers, quadratic equations. It has a huge list. ఇక్కడ వరకు మనం నేర్చుకున్నాం. ఈ రోజు నా టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి binomial theorem. Okay, today now at this point I'll be teaching you binomial theorem. Again at 5:30 again I'll be taking the second part of binomial theorem. So this is the first part. Okay, so yeah. So I would like to briefly introduce about myself. My name is Sai Satish. I have done my masters from IIT Palakkad, Kerala, and I have trained over 50,000 students from past 5 years. So idi na gurinchi oka brief introduction. Okay, so without any further, let's try to start the topic called the binomial theorem. Okay, first of all, ee binomial theorem ane ee word edaithe undo, first of all let's try to completely dismantle this word as binomial and theorem. Okay, ఈ binomial అంటే ఏంటి? ఆల్రెడీ యూ హ్యావ్ హర్డ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ binomial ఎక్కడంటే పాలినామియల్స్లో. ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దిస్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద binomial. సో వీ హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ విత్ వాట్ ఈస్ నెమ్డ్ బై మోనోమియల్ అండ్ రైట్ విచ్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ టర్మ్. నౌ binomial అంటే రెండు టర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయి, రెండు టర్మ్స్. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ సీ హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ two terms, right? When I say trinomial, it is three terms. When I say polynomial, means it is four terms, or biquadratic, like you can say that is four. Right, so this is how you can just based on number of terms you can just say what is what is meant by polynomials. Okay, we can actually find what are the different types of polynomials based on number of terms. Poly ante enti, generally in chemistry also we have the word called polymers. That means poly means many, right? Oka dani nunchi vachedi from 1 you can multiply into n, that is nothing but the polynomial. So polynomial means from one monomial you are trying to create many terms, right? The poly ante it is never ending, something which goes on and on. Okay, but we can try to discuss something based on number of terms. Okay, okavela number of terms matku 2 unte then it is called binomial, right? Now we are completely having our discussion on the expansion of binomial terms. Okay, oka chinna example to start chesta. I would like to start with a small example. మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చాలా సార్లు చూసి మీకు అలవాటు అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ a plus b whole square? a plus b, if you try to see, don't you think ఎన్ని టర్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? Two terms, right? There are two terms, that is a and b. a plus b whole square. Now this is nothing but a binomial expansion. Now let's not just try to confine our discussion on only a plus b whole square. We can further discuss on a plus b whole cube, right? That is, you take two terms, the sum of two terms power n. Okay, so we can discuss a plus b power n ante enta. Okay, so we know just from her basic knowledge we know that what is a plus b whole square? A square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So this you can write it as a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Kani oka chinna observation chuste ikkada, what is a plus b whole power 1, which is a plus b, రైట్? సో ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పండి, ఒకవేళ a plus b హోల్ పవర్ 1, ఓకే 1 ఉందంటే ఎన్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ వచ్చాయి నాకు ఇక్కడ? 2 terms, రైట్? ఇఫ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ a plus b హోల్ స్క్వేర్, హౌ మెనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ ఐ గాట్? హియర్ ఐ గాట్ 3 terms. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ n, ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ టు బి n plus 1. ఓకే, ఐ హోప్ యూ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఎ క్లియర్ థింగ్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ డిగ్రీ ఎంత 1, కానీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ ఎంత 2. ఇక్కడ డిగ్రీ ఎంత 2, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ ఎంత 3. ఇక్కడ డిగ్రీ ఎంత 3, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ ఎంత? ఇట్ ఇస్ 4, right? So if there is a degree of n, so how many number of terms we have? We have n plus 1 terms. It is just a mathematical induction, right? So ఇది clear, ikkada varaku aithe no doubt, right? So given if we have a plus b whole power 10, number of terms will be 11, right? Now but ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతా, వాట్ ఈస్ a plus b whole power 100? వాట్ ఈస్ a plus b whole power 100? ఓకే, ఇక్కడ వరకు మనం మెమరైజ్ చేయొచ్చు a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube. To an extent we can even memorize a plus b whole power 4. కానీ వాట్ అబౌట్ a plus b whole power 100? Now in order to write the complete series, అంటే ఇది you need to multiply a plus b as a loop for 100 times. a plus b into a plus b into a plus b for 100 times, and అది మొత్తం చేస్తే it will take at least like 1 week, okay, to just complete this a plus b whole to the power 100 precisely with all the arithmetic calculation, right? Kani ippudu I have a new technology for you. Without even expanding it actually in terms of explicitly, you can have I'm coming up with a rule that is called the binomial theorem. Okay, binomial theorem kante mundu I will say you one more bridge one, right? That is nothing but the Pascal triangle. Okay, now this is actually like it looks very cool. Like if you see here, the Pascal triangle is here, see 1 1 1. Okay, so first ee moodu first cheskuntunnadu. So everywhere whenever you see the last one, that will be 1 and 1. Now you see what is 1 plus 1 2. Now 1 plus 2 3, 2 plus 1 3, again 1 plus 3 4, again 3 plus 3 6. You are getting it right. 3 plus 1 4, 1 plus, okay, see 1 plus 4 5, right? 4 plus 6 10, 6 plus 4 10, 4 plus 1 5. చూడండి, did I get the complete triangle, right? Now ఇక్కడ నుంచే we can form the series. Okay, if you see here, x plus 5 whole to the power 0, that is only 1. Now ఇప్పుడు ఈ వన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, ఈ నెంబర్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, it represents the coefficient. It represents the coefficient 1 1, x plus y whole to the power 1. It represents the coefficient 1x plus 1y. Now if you see here, x plus y whole square, see ఇక్కడ అరేంజ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ టర్మ్స్ కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, x plus y whole square ఉంది కదా, మీరు ఈ టర్మ్స్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ కాదు, ఫస్ట్ టర్మ్స్ మట్టుకే రాయండి. డోంట్ ట్రై టు రైట్ ద కోఎఫిషియంట్. టర్మ్స్ ఎలా రాయాలంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ టర్మ్ ఏముంది, సెకండ్ టర్మ్ ఏముంది, ఫస్ట్ టర్మ్ ఏమో x. ఓకే, x ని ఎలా రాయాలంటే, x షుడ్ బి ఫ్రమ్ ద లైక్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ద డిక్రీజింగ్ ఆర్డర్. అంటే మీరు హైయెస్ట్ పవర్ ఫస్ట్ రాస్తారు. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, వాట్ ఈస్ ద హైయెస్ట్ పవర్ ఇట్ కెన్ హ్యావ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ 2. హైయెస్ట్ పవర్ ఇస్ 2. తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ టర్మ్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఫస్ట్ 2 ఉంది కదా, ఎక్స్ని నెక్స్ట్ టర్మ్ మీరు ఏం రాయండి అంటే 1, అండ్ వై మటుకు కింద నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఓకే, ఎక్స్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ 2, వై విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ 0. సో ఐ కెన్ జస్ట్ రైట్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ వై పవర్ 0. ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ఎక్స్ పవర్ 1 వై పవర్ 1. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్ 2 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది, 2 తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ జంప్ అయ్యేది 1కి, తర్వాత 1 నుంచి 0కి. ఓకే, సో వేరాస్ వై ఎక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, 0 1 2. Okay, so if you see the first one, x is actually decreasing and y is actually increasing. So I hope you are getting. So x చూడండి ఇక్కడ 2 1 0 and y చూడండి 0 1 2, right? First ఈ terms మట్టుకు రాయండి. తర్వాత using the Pascal triangle you can easily write out what are the coefficients. ఇప్పుడు Pascal triangle లో ఎలా ఉంది, 1 2 1. చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు if I try to just write this 1 2 1, simple, right? Using Pascal triangle. Now ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, x plus y whole cube కి, now let's try to just experiment whatever I'm trying to write. x plus y whole cube కి నేను ఎలా రాస్తాను చూడండి. ఫస్ట్ నేను ఏమన్నాను ఇందాక, x ఒక టర్మ్ హైయెస్ట్ డిగ్రీ నుంచి కిందకి రావాలి, y అనేది కింద నుంచి పైకి వెళ్ళాలి. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ x వాట్ ఇస్ ద హైయెస్ట్ డిగ్రీ వీ హ్యావ్, క్యూబ్, అండ్ y కింద నుంచి స్టార్ట్ కావాలి 0. సో x cube y 0. ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ కింద డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో, from the highest to the lowest, x square, and y is in the ascending order from small to big, that is y power 1. The next one is again x to the power 1 and y to the power 2. The next one is x to the power 0 and y to the power 3. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, using the Pascal triangle what do we have, 1 3 3 1. just substitute చేయండి, ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ రాసేయండి, 1 3 3 1, finish. ఇంతే, సింపుల్. ఓకే, కానీ this technique is also very useful. Now you can find even x plus y whole to the power 4 even in the, like using the Pascal triangle you can expand this series. But ee technique matuku when we have a longer version, for example x plus y whole to the power 100, now ippudu ee numbers find out cheyadaniki you need to draw an entire Pascal triangle from 1 till 100th step, right? Now this is a very mammoth thing, right? Precisely the calculation part is less compared to the expansion explicit expansion, but Pascal triangle also gives you a very long method in order to get when the integers are going high and high. Okay, so it becomes a very very somewhat a hypothetical calculation, right? Now what I wanted to say you is I am coming up with a theorem called binomial theorem. Right now, this is the latest technology that we have, that without even using the Pascal triangle, first name emananu x plus y whole to the power 100 cheyalante, x plus y whole to the power suppose 10 cheyalante, it takes some time for us to explicitly expand the series. Similar way, నేను ఏం చేసా కొద్దిగా like we have tried to little more modify it, and what did I do? I have drawn a Pascal triangle. From Pascal triangle, to an extent, the Pascal triangle will help our life to make it easy, right? In order to expand. When we have x plus y whole to the power 999, ఇప్పుడు ఇలాంటి దానికి చేయాలంటే it takes very hard for even the Pascal triangle to draw, right? So that is the reason here we have an explicitly a very wonderful and a beautiful formula, that is the binomial theorem formula, right? Now ikkada chudandi, I have directly just, it is very simple formula, x plus y whole to the power n is nothing but meer em cheyandi sigma n c r, ఇది రాసేయండి ncr, x to the power meer em cheyandi x to the power n minus r y to the power r, inte formula. x to the power r, x to the power n minus r, y to the power r, అంతే. చూడండి x to the power n minus r, a to the power r, ఇక్కడ a తీసుకున్నాడు అంతే. ఓకే, సో ద సెకండ్ టర్మ్ కి మీరు ప్రతిసారి r ఇస్తారు. NCR ఆల్రెడీ మనం కాంబినేషన్స్ నేర్చుకున్నాం కాబట్టి నౌ వీఆర్ ఎలిజిబుల్ టు యాక్చువల్లీ డిస్కస్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కాంబినేషన్ NCR. ఓకే, సో వీటిపైన స్టిల్ వీ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఎ ప్రిసైజ్లీ ఎ వెరీ గుడ్ డిస్కషన్ ఆన్ దిస్, వై వీ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ NCR అనేది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్, we can have that discussion later when we are into the topic, but as of now the complete thing is only this formula. Okay, NCR into x to the power n minus r into y power r, and you already know what is NCR. Okay, NCR is nothing but n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. meer combinations lecture చూడలేదు ఇప్పుడు వరకు అంటుకుంటే no issue, just దీని before we had a lecture on combinations, go back and again see the lecture, you have the discussion. Okay, we have the discussion. Yeah, hi. Yeah. So good morning everyone. Yeah, so now let's try to see the next part of our discussion. Okay, now if you see here we have konni nenu already ee lecture ayipina ventane again you can upload, the PDF will be available in the description, so you can go back and see the synopsis. Okay, and deentlo specific ga ఈ రెండు మటుకు వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, సెకండ్ అండ్ థర్డ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ దట్ వీ కెన్ ఆల్రెడీ సీ. ఓకే, ద సెకండ్ అండ్ థర్డ్ వన్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, అండ్ ఇలాంటి సిరీస్ మటుకు మనం విల్ బీ రికరెస్లీ యూజింగ్. ఓకే, x plus 1 plus x whole to the power n, 1 minus x whole to the power n, it is just an expansion. Okay, direct expansion, you don't have to worry, and very easy also. Okay, right. Okay, so this is the combination one, right. Now ఇప్పుడు I would like to just discuss about the general term of a binomial expansion. Okay, general term. Okay, so now ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ చూడండి x plus a whole to the power n, x plus a whole to the power n is nothing but, ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక నేను చెప్పిన ఫార్ములాలో ఏంటి, sigma NCR x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఒక్క ఎక్స్పాన్షన్లో n ఉన్నాయంటే ఎన్ని టర్మ్స్ వస్తాయి, n plus 1. Yes or no? You will be getting totally n plus 1 terms, right? Now the question is, right, what is the first term, what is the second term, what is the third term, right? So when we have the at most, you will have n plus 1 term, right, at most. So we will start our terms with, for example, if I take x plus y whole square. Okay, so that will be x square plus 2xy plus y square. So this is my first term, right? This is my second term, and this is my third term, right? This is my third term. So I will be giving a general notation. So I will be saying, instead of saying first term, I will say T1. T1 represents the first term. T2 represents the second term. T3 represents the third term. Similarly, T5 represents the fifth term. Right? Any telegram channel, yeah, do we have any Telegram channel as of now? No, we don't have any Telegram channel, but yeah, we will in future we would like to have the connection. The WhatsApp channels are there, and even like you can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram, right? So yeah, in link will be in the description box for the WhatsApp channel as well, right? So I hope it's clear, right? Yeah. Now let's see here. So x plus a whole to the power n is nothing but sigma NCR x to the power n minus r a to the power r. So this is first term, second term, third term. Like this only we can find even r plus. So totally if we have x plus y whole to the power r, then at max it can have r plus 1. So ikkada, so there is a general notion of in order to say which term is what. Okay. So you can start this r from 0 to n. Okay, 0 to n. Okay, it's r value starts from 0 to n. Okay, and if I take 0 plus 1, t1. Okay, so I define my t r plus 1. T, if you want to know the first term, keep r equals to 0. That is NCR x to the power n minus r a to the power r. Same formula, just sigma తీసేసి just a term, oka particular term enti anedi we are able to find out. Just this one. Okay. So this one is nothing but the first term is given by NC0 x to the power n minus 0 into a to the power 0, a to the power 0. Similarly, NC2 x to the power n minus 2 a square. So that is how you can generally define. And x minus a whole to the power n, you can just write this as x. You can just write this as x plus of minus a whole to the power n. I hope you are clear, right? So, ekavela meeku emana doubts unte please do let us know in the comment box. Like we'll try to analyze it. Okay. So this is all the whole thing. And ikkada chudandi t r plus 1 is nothing but NCR x to the power r. Endukante ippudu chudandi ikkada a first term enta 1, second term enta x. Ippudu general ga ee formula ikkada apply cheste t r plus 1 is equals to NCR x place lo emundi ikkada 1. Okay, in the place of x we have 1 to the power n minus r into, then we have x to the power r. So 1 to the power anything is always 1. That is the reason we don't consider this. So NCR x to the power r. Okay, is this clear? Right? Similarly, ikkada kuda emayipotundi NCR x to the power r badlu minus x to the power r. That will become minus 1 to the power r. 1 to the power r NCR x to the power r into x to the power r. Okay, I hope this is very clear, right? Right. Ippudu let's try to solve. Okay, total ga manamu 3 formulas నేర్చుకున్నాం. Okay, in fact only 2 formulas, precisely only 2 formulas. That is, again I would like to write here, that is x plus a whole to the power n is nothing but NCR sigma NCR x to the power n minus r into a to the power r, and t r plus 1 term is given by NCR x to the power, it is just like x to the power n minus r a to the power r. Okay, this is simple. Okay, so r value starts from 0 to n. Okay, ఇదే మనం నేర్చుకున్నాం. Now ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ మటుకు కొంచెం డిఫికల్ట్గా ఉంటుంది, బట్ దెన్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద హోల్ థింగ్. 49 power n plus 16n minus 1, the number of factors of p is, he's saying p is the greatest divisor. Okay, there is some sort of he has given some sort of an equation like this. He is asking what is the highest divisor that for any value of n it can divide. Okay, and ఏదైతే నెంబర్ దీన్ని డివైడ్ చేస్తుందో దాని ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఎన్ని అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. Okay, so we have our discussion like this. So he is saying what is the greatest divisor that divides any sort of, for any value of n. Okay, so here we can see, now if you try to see here, 49 power n plus 16n minus 1. Okay, so if you see here, I can write 49 as 1 plus 48 power n plus 16n minus 1. So ikkada nunchi nenu em rayachu 1 plus x whole power n ela rayachu, 1 plus x whole power n ela rayachu, NCR x to the power r, NCR x to the power r. So from here I can write, so you can just write NC0 48 power 0 plus NC1 into 48 power 1 plus NC2 into 48 power 2 up to so on. Okay, so then you have NCN 48 power n plus 16n minus 1. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ప్రతిసారి ఒక నోట్ పాయింట్ వేసుకోండి. నోట్ పాయింట్ ఏంటి? ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్ NC0 is always equals to NCN, which is also equals to 1. Okay, NC0 is equals to NCN is equals to 1. ఇది ఎప్పుడు వాల్యూ 1 ఉంటుంది. This is the first note point. What is the second note point I have is NC1 is equals to NCN minus 1, which is equals to N. Okay. Okay. For example, what is 5C1? 1. Or for example, what is 100C1, which is 100? What is 25C1, which is 25? Okay. What is 25C0? That is 1. Okay. What is 35C01? 35C0? That is again 1. Okay. So that is what I wanted to say. So దీని వాల్యూ ఎప్పుడు ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 25NC0 value will always be 1. Okay. 1 into 48 power 0 is 1. And now NC1 is nothing but 48. NC1 will be just N. Okay, so this will be 48N. It is some garbage value. Let's take this as NC2 into 48 square. Let's not calculate this as of now, and up to so on NCN into 48 power N plus 16N minus 1. Okay, now can I cancel plus 1 minus 1? And 48N plus 16N, that will be 64N. Okay, 64N plus, now you can take what you can take in the whole thing common. What can you take in the whole thing that you can take common is 48 square. Okay, you can take 48 square in the whole this thing common. Okay, I have already added 16N plus 48N, that is 64N. Now I can take 48 square common, so I am left out with some sort of a multiples of 48 power 1 into NC3 up to so on. Okay, this will be multiples of 48 square, 48 cube, alla unda untundi. Okay, so this will be 48 square times of this. So now I have 64N plus 48 square. Now 48 square I can write it as 48 square I can write it 48 square times of something I have. Okay, 48 square times of something. Now if you see here, what are the values in which I can take the whole thing common? Okay, 48 square I can write it as 8 square into 4 square, like 2 square, right? 8 square into 4 square. So can I write it as 8 square into 2 square, like 8 square into 6 square? Can I write like this? 8 square into 6 square, 48 square. 8 into 6, 48. So I can write it as 8 square into 6 square. Okay, this is 6 and this is 64N. Okay, now if you see, this is also 64, this is also 64. So this is some sort of a garbage value. I'm not interested. So I can take the whole thing 64 common. So N plus 6 square into some sort of a garbage value. So everything is multiple of 64. Everything is multiple of 64. Don't you think so here? Everything is multiple of 64. So don't you think the 64 is the highest common factor or the highest divisor, that greatest divisor that actually divides the whole thing, right? Now what are the factors for 64? How many factors do we have from starting? 1, 2, do we have 3? No. 4, then again 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. 8, again 9, no. Again 10, 11, 12, no. Then again 13, again this 2 into 32, we have 64, 8 into 16, 64. So again this is 1. So how many values we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So totally we have how many values? 7 values. This is 64. So the greatest divisors that we have, how many divisors of 64 we have? We have 7 divisors. ఒక్క నిమిషం, ఇక్కడ మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, here we have used the complete thing about the binomial theorem. Okay, so ఇక్కడ purposefully I have taken this difficult question ఎందుకంటే already ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు ఐపీలో కూడా వచ్చి ఉంటాయి, and we have even discussed this sort of a questions in board exam, especially for the mathematical induction. In mathematical induction లో కూడా అడుగుతారు divisibility for 11, divisibility for 48. అలాంటప్పుడు we'll be using this sort of a technique. Okay, so the number of factors is 7. Okay, now let's quickly see the next one. The sum of the rational terms of the binomial expansion is, rational terms ante enti, the power, it is in the form of a p by q. It is in the form of a p by q. Now we have 10c. See, what are the rational terms when we can have is 10cr root 2 power 10 minus r into 3 power 1 by 5 whole to the power r. Now when can these terms be rational? Eppudu rational untai. See, either the root 2 it should be completely nullified. The root should be nullified, or 3 power 1 by 5 should be nullified. So when is this possible? Eppudu possible aitundi? So ikkada okavela chudandi, if I take r to be equal to 0, okay, if I take r to be equals to 0, appudu em ayipotundi? 3 to the power 1 by 5 mottham 1 ayipotundi. So that's completely a rational term. And 10 minus 0 kuda same time, 10 minus 0 is 10, but 10 by 2 is 5, still it becomes a rational term. So here you see, just try, if r equals to 0, then it will become 10c0 root 2 power 10 and 3 power 1 by 5 whole to the power 0. Okay, so this will become 10c0, nc0. Always remember this note point ikkada inda kuda cheppinattu, eppudu malli calculate cheyakandi n factorial by n minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. Don't do that. nc0 is always 1 and ncn is also equals to 1. Just remember one more note point, ncr is equals to ncn minus r. Okay, ncr is equals to ncn minus r. These are the two note points, please note it down. Okay, right. So 10c0 దీని వాల్యూ ఎంత వస్తుంది? 1 into root 2 power 10. Root 2 power 10 enta? 2 power 10 by 2, that will be 2 power 5, and this will become equal to 0. So this will become 2 to the power 5. What is 2 to the power 5? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32. So the answer is 32. Okay, now the next one is ikkada okato chota kaadu, only this is not the possibility. What happens if I have done that root 2 power 0? ఒకవేళ root 2 కి కూడా 0 వచ్చిందంటే అప్పుడు కూడా this completely nullifies the irrational term, as well as ఒకవేళ ఎప్పుడు 0 వస్తుంది? when 10 minus r equals to 0. That means r equals to 10. So try the possibility if r equals to 10. I hope మీకు అర్థమై ఉంటుంది. Intuitively what I am trying to say is, at what particular values of this powers where I can completely eradicate the power, that is exponential part, that is 1 by 2 and 1 by 5. So I'm just trying to see that sort of a factors, right? When r equals to 10, 10 minus 10 ఏమైపోతుంది? 0. So completely gone. But r power 10, so here 10 by 5, as it's a multiple of 5, so 10 by 5 will be 2, so this will become 10c10 into, so you have the term root 2 power 0, root 2 power, I'm just writing it as 10 minus 10 into, you have 3 power 1 by 5 into 1, it is 10. Okay, so now this will be completely 1, and this will be completely 1, this will also be completely 1. So 1 into 3 power 5, 3 power 10 by 5, that will be 3 square, which is equals to 9. So I have the first term to be 32, the second term to be 9. So what is 32 plus 9? Which is equals to 41. So అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి చూడండి, the sum of rational terms in the binomial expansion is. సో ఇది మొత్తం బైనామియల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ చేస్తే మీకు ఓన్లీ రెండు టర్మ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ కంప్లీట్లీ బీయింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఇర్రేషనల్ పార్ట్, దట్ ఈస్ ది 32 and 40 and 9. 32 plus 9 is 41. The answer is option A. మీకు అర్థమై ఉంటుంది. Don't do the complete expansion. Now it takes at least like half an hour to do the complete expansion. ఇక్కడ అడుగుతుంది ఏంటి? rational numbers. This is the highlight key term. Highlight this. See the next question. If the coefficients of x power 5 and x power 6 are equal in the terms, then the coefficient of x square in the expansion is. Now he is saying the coefficient of x power 5 and x power 6. First మీరు ఇక్కడ చూడండి, this is something in the form of a అనేది it is free from x by 5 it is still there. So నేను ఏం చెప్తానంటే, in order to find the fifth term, first of all let's try to write the general formula. tr plus 1 is equals to ncr into you can just take a power n minus, you can take a power n minus r into x by 5 whole to the power 65 minus r. Okay, you can take you can take r. Okay, so here we have n is equals to 65. So n is how much? 65. So ikkada emayipotundi 65 cr into a power 65 minus r into x by 5 power r. Okay, so here is a complete expansion. ఇప్పుడు వాడు అడుగుతుంది ఏంటంటే x power 5 అంటే it should be t6. x power 5 is nothing but t6, x power 6 is nothing but t7. It doesn't matter, ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ గా 65 ప్లేస్ లో, సో r ప్లేస్ లో 6 తీసుకోండి, r ప్లేస్ లో 7 తీసుకోండి. సో వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? సో ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ రైటింగ్ డౌన్ explicitly for you. So you want t6, so this you can write it as t5 plus 1. So that will be, according to the calculation that we had done, 65 cr. So 65 c5 into, we have a to the power 65 minus r a to the power 65 minus r into we have x by 5 power 5. X by 5 power 5. So now if you try to see, this is nothing but my x power 5 term, that's the coefficient of x power 5, and x power 6 will be, that will be, so t6 plus 1. So that will be 65 c6 a to the power 65 minus, so you can just take this as 5 itself. So 65 minus 6 x to the power x by 5 whole to the power 6. ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే he is just talking about the coefficient of x power 5 and x power 6. So that will be 65. So you can just equate directly. Equate t5 plus 1 and t5 plus 6. ఈ రెండింటిని ఈక్వేట్ చేయండి. అప్పుడు మనకి ఏం వస్తుంది? 65 c5 a to the power 65 minus this will be 60 is equals into 1 by 5 power 5. So which is also equals to 65 c6 a to the power 65 minus 6, which is 59, into this is 1 by 5 power 6. Okay, 1 by 5 power 6. Okay, now we need to do the entire calculation ikkada. So a power 60, this a power 59 gets cancelled, this 1 by 5 whole power 5 and this 6 gets cancelled. So we have left out with only 1, that is a is equals to 65 c6 by, we have 65 c5. So this will be 65 factorial by 65 minus 6 factorial. See what is 65 minus 6? That is 59 factorial into 6 factorial by again 65 factorial by 60 factorial into 5 factorial. I can cancel 65. So this will be 60 factorial. 60 you can write it as 60 into 59 factorial. 60 into 59 factorial by this by you can write 59 factorial into this 5 into 5 factorial also. Here you can write 59, what did I write? 59 into 6 into 5 factorial. So you can cancel 59 factorial, 60 by 6, which is 10, and I hope the calculation is everything perfect, but I have here one more 5 over here. So 60, so here I have one more 5. ఇక్కడ ఇంకో 5 ఉంది కదా. So 60 by 6, that will be 10. So 10 by 5, which will be equals to 2. So the value of a is how much? 2. So ఇక్కడ అంతా it's a only thing is ఇక్కడ మొత్తం అంతా అర్థమెటిక్ పార్టే ఉంది. ఓకే, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ అంబిగ్యూస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ క్లియర్. ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నాడు అంటే t x power 5 కోఎఫిషియంట్, x power 6 కోఎఫిషియంట్ రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటున్నాయి అని అంటున్నాడు. సో యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఈక్వేట్ దోస్ టూ అండ్ ఫైండ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ a. యూ గాట్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ a టు బి 2. డైరెక్ట్గా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, a ప్లేస్లో 2 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. 2 ప్లస్ x పవర్ 5. సో 2 ప్లస్ x బై 5 హోల్ టు ద పవర్ 4. వాడు అడుగుతున్న టర్మ్ ఏంటి, ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ టర్మ్. ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అంటే ఏ టర్మ్ వస్తుంది, థర్డ్ టర్మ్. థర్డ్ టర్మ్ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు, 4c2 a to the power, that is 2. So I'll directly write the answer, 4c2 into 4 minus 2 is 2. So that is 1 by 5 whole power 2. So 4c2 is 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial, that will be 24 by 4. That is 6 into 4, 24 by 25. Answer is 25. Okay, so ikkada nenu anni calculation whatever I am trying to do, it is all just a calculation. We directly calculate chesi answer rasyan. 4c2 is 24 and everything 2 squared, again 4 by 5. So everything is there. Okay, the coefficient of x power 5 in the expansion 2x cube minus 1 by 3x square power 5. So what is the coefficient of x power 5? What is the coefficient of x power 5? ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ మీరు జనరల్ ఫార్ములా రాయండి, జనరల్ టర్మ్ రాయండి. జనరల్ టర్మ్ ఏంటి, 5cr into 2x cube power, like 2x cube power, this will be 5 minus r into minus 1 by 3x square whole to the power r. So I hope మీకు ఈ జనరల్ ఫార్ములా ఎలా యూస్ చేయాలో మీకు తెలుసు. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ రైటింగ్ వన్స్ అగైన్. వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ద జనరల్ ఫార్ములా ఫార్ ఎక్స్ ప్లస్ ఏ హోల్ టు ద పవర్ n, దట్ ఈస్ tr plus 1 is given by ncr into x to the power n minus r a to the power r. ఇది x లా ట్రీట్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు x లా ట్రీట్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ ఏముంది, 2x cube n minus r. ఇక్కడ అగైన్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ x a, సో దట్ ఈస్ a to the power r. సో ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? సేమ్ అదే ఫార్ములా మళ్ళీ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైపోతుంది, 5cr, దిస్ విల్ బి 2 to the power 5 minus r into x power 3 into 5, 15 minus r into minus 1 to the power r by 3 power r into x power 2r. ఇది నాకు వచ్చిన ఫైనల్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. Okay, ఇది నాకు వచ్చిన ఫైనల్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. సో ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ హీస్ ఆస్కింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x పవర్ 5. ఓకే, x పవర్ 5. సో హియర్ x పవర్ 15 మైనస్ r, ఇక్కడ x పవర్ 2r. సో పైకి వెళ్తే ఇది ఏమైపోతుంది, a పవర్ m బై a పవర్ n, a పవర్ m మైనస్ n. సో ఐ కెన్ రైట్ 15 మైనస్ r మైనస్ 2r. సో దట్ విల్ బికమ్ 15 మైనస్ 3r. ఓవరాల్ ద క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ విల్ బికమ్ 5cr into 2 power 5 minus r into minus 1 to the power r into, so this will become, I have here 3 to the power r also, ఇది కూడా మర్చిపోకండి, into, then you have x to the power 15 minus 3r. okay, x to the power 15 minus 3r. ఇప్పుడు స్టెప్ వెరీ ఈజీ. నా ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, when can we have the coefficient x power 5? x power 5 ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది, at what time x power 15 minus 3r, sorry, x to the power 15 minus r minus 2r, yeah, x to the power 15 minus 3r, at what point of time you will be getting x equals to 10? Meere cheppandi. Just see wherever, whatever the expansion that we have done. Again, I'm trying to see the whole thing. 5 in 5cr, you can just see the expansion, 5cr into 2x cube whole to the power 5 minus r into minus 1 by 3x square whole to the power r. okay, so మళ్ళీ నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం రాసా, 5cr 2x cube, x cube ని ఎలా రాసా, x to the power 3 into 5 15 minus 3r. okay, minus 3r. okay, now so here we have 2 to the power 5 minus r. okay, this is correct, and this is minus 1 to the power r, 3 to the power r, x to the power 2r. so 5cr 5 to the power 5, this will be 2 to the power 5 minus r minus 1 to the power r, 15 minus 3r. ikkada you have 2r, so this will become 15 minus 5r. okay, so this is the whole thing. so for what value of r you will be getting 15 minus 5r as x to the power 5? okavela if I take r is equals to 2, if I take r equals to 2, what is 15 minus 10? that will be 5. so finally I got the r value to be 2. I hope meeku ardhamai untundi. ela ikkada emanadu, x to the power we have 15 minus 5r. he is asking the coefficient of x to the power 5. for what value of r I will be getting x to the power 5 is when r is equals to 2. that is what the whole thing is. so general ga direct ga substitute cheseyandi, r equals to 2 substitute cheste 5c2 2 to the power 5 minus 2 minus 1 square is 1 only, so this will become 5c2. so finally 5c2, and again I have 2 to the power 5 minus 2, 2 to the power 5 minus 2 ante 8, and again that will be square by 3 square. okay, I have 3 square. so now finally I have what, 5 factorial by 5 minus 2, 3 factorial into 2 factorial into 8 by 9. so I have 5 into 4 by into 3 factorial by 2, so this cancels, so 8 by 9. so 5 into 10, 5 into 10, 5 into 2 10, 10 into 8 8. so the answer is 80 by 9. so I hope this calculation is very clear. okay, 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial, 5 into 4 20, 20 by 2, again I have 10, 10 into 8 by 9. yeah, this is the answer. right, see the next question, if the k is the coefficient of x power 5 in the expansion, the same thing malli ikkada enti, 5cr 2x square whole to the power r minus 1 by 3x cube whole to the power 5 minus r, whole to the power 5 minus r. now you can just see here 5cr 2 power r x to the power 2r. okay, so this will become minus 1 to the power 5 minus r by 3 power 5 minus r into x to the power 3 into 5 15 minus 3r. okay, now you take the entire thing into the numerator, 2r, this will become 2r plus 3r 5r, 5r minus 15. so you will be having x to the power 5r minus 15. okay, now he is asking for what value of r this will become 5. so if you try to see, 5 6 are 30, so that will become 30 minus 15, 5 4s are, when you take r is equals to 4, when you take r is equals to 4, what will happen, 5 into 4 20, 20 minus 15 5. so are you getting x power 5? right, so the r value is 5. మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయండి అంటే just try to substitute the in place of r 4. so this will become 5c4 into 2 to the power 4 into minus 1, so this will become minus 1 to the power 5 minus 4 is 1, so this will become 3 power 5 minus 4, again it will become 3. Okay, so 5c4 is 5 factorial by 4 factorial, so that will be 5, only 5, 5c4 will be only 5, and 5 into 2 to the power 4, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 5 into 16 by 3, 16 into 5, that will be 80, 80 by 3, so 80 by 3, so that will become minus 80 by 3, so 3 by 2 into minus 80 by 3, so that will become 2 cancel, 40, 3, 3, answer is minus 40. సింపుల్, ఈజీ, వెరీ క్విక్. ఓకే, ఎగ్జామ్లో ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, హియర్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇస్, నేను ఇక్కడ డీటెయిల్డ్గా స్టెప్ రాయొచ్చు, డీటెయిల్గా ప్రతి ఒక్క స్టెప్ వెనకాల స్టెప్ రాసి కూడా చెప్పొచ్చు, కానీ the point is not about how we are solving, the point is how quick we are solving. There's a difference, right? So exam lo, EAPCET exam lo, we are not interested in the sequence of steps, we are interested in how we are getting the answer. So మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా సెషన్ చూసేటప్పుడు మేబీ యూ విల్ బీ గెటింగ్ ఎ పీడిఎఫ్, ఈ పీడిఎఫ్లో కూడా నీకు ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే యూ విల్ బీ గెటింగ్ ఎ రఫ్ ఐడియా ఎలా అప్రోచ్ ఉంది ఆన్సర్కి, బట్ వెన్ యూ యాక్చువల్లీ సీ ద ఛానల్, దెన్ నా థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ కానీ నేను చెప్పేది కానీ అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో EAPCET ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా మీకు ఒక కంప్లీట్ బుక్లెట్ ఇయ్యడు మొత్తం సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి, ఒక చిన్న బుక్లెట్ ఇచ్చి ఆ చిన్న బుక్లెట్లోనే యూ విల్ డూ రఫ్లీ. ఓకే, దట్స్ ఎ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ బోర్డ్ ఎగ్జామ్ అండ్ EAPCET ఎగ్జామ్, రైట్? బోర్డ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో వాడు ప్రతి ఒక్క స్టెప్కి మార్క్స్ అడుగుతాడు, వెరాజ్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ యాక్చువల్లీ EAPCET ఎగ్జామ్ దే జస్ట్ ట్రై టు సీ హౌ క్విక్లీ యూ మార్క్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈ స్టెప్ నేను చెప్పడానికి ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ అట్లీస్ట్ లైక్ 3 to 4 minutes, బట్ దిస్ షుడ్ ఆల్సో నాట్ బి ద పాయింట్, రైట్? సో ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయో దిస్ ఇస్ రిపీటెడ్లీ ఆస్క్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ పాస్ట్ 2 to 3 years. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్, సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇందాక కూడా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ తీసుకున్నాం, సేమ్ x to the power 5, థీమ్ సేమ్, the theme is same, but always you try to see what are the similarities. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ EAPCET ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా మీరు చూస్తే ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఒక 30 to 40% ఆఫ్ ద పేపర్ మనం ఆల్రెడీ ప్రెడిక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, ఈ క్వశ్చన్ మటుకు వస్తుందిరా తప్పకుండా, డెఫినెట్గా ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బీ షూర్లీ కమింగ్ ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జామ్ అనే ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంటుంది. సో డెఫినెట్లీ మేక్ షూర్ కి అలాంటి కీ ఏవైతే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయో అవి మటుకు మీరు సాల్వ్ చేయండి. అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది క్వశ్చన్ యాక్చువల్లీ డిమాండింగ్, ఓకే, అండ్ ట్రై టు గెట్ దట్ ఆన్సర్. He is not interested in the steps. That is how we got. See the next question. If the fourth term of the expansion is x by 2 minus 2 by y whole to the power 6 is minus 20. He's saying this is the fourth term. So fourth term, and I can write it as t3 plus 1. So that will become nc3. Ikkada n ante enti 6. So 6c3 into x to the power x by 2 whole to the power 3 into minus 2 by y by 3 whole to the power 3. So that is what he's asking, the fourth term, right? So direct formula use chese edaithe formula undo, so this will become 6 factorial by 6 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. So 6 factorial, 6 into 5 into 4, that will be 6 5s are 30, 30 into 4 120, 120 by 6, that will be 20. So this will be 20 into x cube, that will be 1 by 8 into x cube, and this will become minus 2 cube, that will be minus 8 by 27 into y cube. So this will become x cube into y cube. Okay, so the fourth term, if the fourth term of the expansion is minus 20, he's saying it is equals to minus 20. It already what antunadu, it is minus 20. So now you try to calculate. Here I cancel 8 8, so here I can cancel 20 20, and here I can cancel minus minus, and the answer is x cube into y cube is equals to 27. From here I got, he's asking the value of xy, so this is equals to xy equals to, that is xy cube is equals to 27. So this will become 27 power 1 by 3, which is equals to 3. So answer is 3. Done. See the next question. If the coefficient of x to the power 9 and x to the power 10 in the binomial expansion is 3 plus x by 2 whole to the power are equal. So he's saying x to the power 9 and x to the power 10. Then other way, t10 is equals to t11. So that means that is what you can actually get from here. So this will become nc9 into 3 to the power n minus 9 into x by 2 whole to the power 9 is equals to nc10 into 3 to the power n minus 10 into x by 2 whole to the power 10. Okay, so now you can see here, from here you can see what is he asking, the value of n. So nc9 by nc10 3 to the power n minus, so this will become 3 to the power n minus 9 by, so this will become minus n plus 10. Okay, so n gets cancelled, and x by 1 by 2 power 9, and this will become 1 by 2 power 10. So this will become 2 power 10, and this will become 2 power 9. Okay, this will become 2 power 9, which is equals to, we have the whole value is equals to 1 here. Okay, now I have taken all the values to one side. now ఇక్కడ చూడండి 10 minus 9, this will become only 3, and 1 by 2, this will become 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power, so this will become just 2, okay, which is equals to 1. And now we have the value of n, so nc 9 by nc 10, n factorial by n minus n 9 factorial into 9 factorial by, so we'll just calculate this, nc 9 by nc 10 is equals to, so this will become 1 by 6, okay, this will become 1 by 6. So this will become n factorial by n minus 9 factorial into 9 factorial by n factorial by n minus 10 factorial into 10 factorial. So from here I can cancel n factorial. So this will become n minus 10 factorial, that will be n minus 10 factorial into 10 into 9 factorial, and this will become n minus 9 into n minus 10 factorial into n minus 9 into 9 factorial. Yeah, so now I can have cancel 9 factorial and n minus 10 factorial. Finally I have 10 by n minus 9 is equals to 1 by 6, so I have 60 is equals to n minus 9, so n is equals to 69. So I got the answer, n equals to 69, the option is A. Okay, now see the next term. The element are respectively the coefficients of the x power 10, the constant term, and x power minus 10. నేను చాలా క్విక్గా చేస్తాను మీకు. I'll give you the whole theme. You only say me the answer. Okay, I'll just try to find the element terms, substitute and get the answer. Adi matuku your responsibility. Okay, so first he's asking what is LMN term. First మీరు general formula రాయండి first, తొందరగా అయిపోతుంది. So first he's saying you just try to write in the 15CR ax square again whole to the power 15 minus r into b by x cube whole to the power r. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఏమైపోతుంది ఫార్ములా 15CR a to the power 15 minus r x to the power 30 minus 2r into b square x to the power 6. So x to the power 6, okay, పైకి వెళ్తే 30 minus 6, that will become 24 minus 2r. Okay, I hope ఇదంతా calculation clear. Okay, 15 into 2 30 and 15CR. Okay, see this is r, sorry. So this is r, this is also r. Now we have x to the power 30 minus 3r. Okay, so we have 15CR a to the power 15 minus r into b to the power r 30x minus 30 minus 3r. Okay, we have 30 minus 3r. Now he's saying for what value of n. So I hope the calculation is clear. B by, so this will become x to the power 3r. So this will become minus 2r minus 3r. So this will become x to the power minus 5r. So finally I have 15CR calculate చేస్తే a to the power 15 minus r, a to the power 15 minus r into b to the power r into b to the power r into we have x to the power 30 minus 5r, x to the power 30 minus 5r. Now ఇక్కడ చూడండి LMN ఈ మూడు వాల్యూస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. L అంటే ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? L అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x power 10. L is coefficient of x power 10. So for what value of r you will be getting x to the power 10? See, when I take r is equals to 4, 5 into 4 20, 30 minus 20 is 10. So take here r is equals to 4. Okay, take here r is equals to 4. Okay, the next one what I want to know, m is the constant term. Now when can I have n is equals to constant? When r is equals to 6. When r is equals to 6. And the next one is asking when can I have n is equals to coefficient of x power minus 10. ఎప్పుడు minus 10 ఉంటుంది, 5 8s are 40, 30 minus 40 minus 10, so r is equals to 8. So ఇక్కడ అన్ని సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు జస్ట్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ ఫర్ యూ, బట్ యూ లెట్ మీ నో ద ఆన్సర్. 15C4 a to the power 15 minus 4 which is 11, b to the power 4 ante. Now here this is nothing but 15C6 a to the power 15 minus 6, that is 9, into b to the power, so we have this is as 9, and b to the power again you have 6. Okay, again this will become 15C8 a to the power 15 minus 8 7, and b to the power again this will become 8. So everything is there on the board. మీరు ఏం చేయండి ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ just whatever the element values are there, try to substitute and get the value of 26, which is equals to 26 by 11. Try to find what is a square by b square. అన్ని values ఇచ్చా directly substitute చేసేయండి, you will be getting the answer. Okay, the next one is this is important question. అంటే కొంచెం నాకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనిపించింది. Okay, when I'm trying to see this question, it has typically a different notion. So అందుకే నేను అంటున్నా. So 1 plus x whole to the power n, the coefficient of pth and p plus 1th term is p and q. Then what is the value of p plus q? So he's asking what's the value of p plus q. So ikkada the coefficient of pth and p plus 1th term are p and q. The coefficient of pth term and p plus 1th term. So the అర్థం ఏంటి, coefficient of pth and p plus 1th term అంటే, so t pth term and t p plus 1th term, okay, which is equals to p and which is equals to q. Okay, so దీని అర్థం ఏంటి, tp is nothing but you can write tp as tp minus 1 plus 1. Yes or no? tp, that is pth term, that is 6th term, 7th term ఎలా రాస్తాం, this I can write it as t minus 1 plus 1, and this I can write it as tp plus 1. That's okay. Now this I can just use the formula ncp minus 1, okay, ncp minus 1 into x to the power p minus 1. So that will be the pth term, that will be the pth term. Okay, now similarly, now in order to find the p plus 1th term, so that will become ncp into x to the power, you will have x to the power p, okay, x to the power p. So he's saying the pth term and p plus 1 term are p and q. Okay, term is p and q. So ఈ terms అనేవి p and q లో అంటున్నాడు. So what is the value of p plus q? So ncp minus 1 by ncp. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, just try to take the p by q relation. నేను ఎందుకు p by q తీసుకున్నానంటే, the reason is if I take the fraction, then that factorial will get cancelled. That's the reason for the whole thing. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ncp minus 1, ఇక్కడ ncp, ఈ రెండు ఉన్నాయి. So tp, so p by q, so ncp minus 1, ncp minus 1, and here we have ncp. Okay, so now if I try to cancel, find this, n factorial by n minus p minus 1 factorial into p minus 1 factorial by n factorial by n minus p factorial into p factorial. So I can cancel n factorial, so this will become n minus p factorial into p minus 1 factorial by n minus p plus 1, so that will become n minus p plus 1 into n minus p factorial into p minus 1 factorial. So I can cancel this, I can cancel n minus p factorial, n minus p factorial. So I have p by q is equals to, so I can cancel here p. So I'm just left out with n minus p plus 1 is equals to q. Now from here n plus 1 is equals to p plus q. Right, I finally got p plus q is equals to n plus 1. He is asking what is p plus q, which is n plus 1, which is option D. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే, ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ అబౌట్ లైక్ క్వశ్చన్ చూడటానికి చాలా సింపుల్ ఉంది, కానీ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే మీరు చేసేటప్పుడు యూ విల్ బీ యాక్చువల్లీ ట్రాప్. ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే ఎంసెట్ ఎగ్జామ్లో వస్తాయో, ఫ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ వేర్ యూ విల్ బీ స్పెండింగ్ మోర్ టైం. ఎందుకు టైం స్పెండ్ చేస్తారంటే, దట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఎగ్జామినర్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్. వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడు, ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మటుకు చిన్నగా వాడు టిల్ట్ ఇస్తాడు. ఓకే, క్వశ్చన్ చూడటానికి ఈజీ, అందరూ ఆ ట్రాప్కి ఫాలో అయిపోతారు. ఏం చేస్తారు, క్వశ్చన్ చేస్తారు, ఈజీ కదా, కొంచెం టైం ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేద్దాము, వచ్చేస్తుంది రైట్ ఆన్సర్. కానీ లాస్ట్లో ఏమైపోతుంది, ఆ ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్ గురించి యూ విల్ బీ సాక్రిఫైసింగ్ 10 more questions. So don't fall into the trap. And even though if you don't want to get tricked at that point of time, it is better that you ignore the question. Okay, ఒక్కొక్కసారి వదిలేయటమే మంచిది. Okay, because ignorance is good at some point of time, even when it comes to even life and even the question also, right? So వదిలేయటం మంచిది, ఎందుకంటే so that like you can invest your time in the remaining things. Okay, so అలాంటి questions వచ్చినప్పుడు don't get into the trap, go to the next question. But this question is for that sake కొంచెం trick, but still easy. Okay, the trick is to have the fraction. The next one is 5 by p cube minus 3q by 7 whole to the power 8 is 700. What is 49p square? Let's try to do very quickly and very fast. So he's saying the expansion of 5p cube minus 3q by 8 is 700. Okay, so what is the then 49p square is? Okay, e question is similar question that I have solved from the past 9 lectures. Okay, so past 9 questions. సో యూజింగ్ దట్ సేమ్ థింగ్ నేను ఏం చెప్తా అంటే, ఇక్కడ చిన్నగా మీకు చెప్పేస్తాను ఫాస్ట్గా. 8cr ఇంటూ 5 by p cube whole to the power 8 minus r into minus 3 cube by 7 whole to the power r. Okay, which is equals to 700. So akkadi nunchi ee value find out cheyandi. Okay, so again నేను మళ్ళీ సాయంత్రం సెషన్లో hi everyone, so what was the question? Binomial class jarugutundi, not okay. The coefficient of x power 5 in 3 plus x squared, total questions enti. Okay, sir, okay, so we will do one thing. Okay, in the next algebra, vector calculus algebra, we are going to have at in the next week. Okay, next week we are going to have vector algebra. Precisely I'll say somewhere in between Wednesday and Thursday our time lo untundi. Danikante mundu I would like to cover one small topic. Okay, maybe 3D coordinate system, or I would like to go for the calculus. So even malli evening session lo again we'll be having a binomial theorem, and there we will like to have a complete discussion about this. Okay, now the question is, what is the coefficient of x to the power 5 in 3 plus x square? Okay, so here you see, one second. Okay, so he is asking what is the expansion of the what is the coefficient of 3 plus x square whole to the power 6 in the expansion and the coefficient of x to the power 5. Okay, coefficient of x power 5. So ilanti questions vachinappudu you try to convert this sort of a questions into the binomial thing, right? Meer em chestarante, see, instead of taking like take x square, so just take 3 plus x square, now you take whole to the power 6. Okay, ఇప్పుడు how to find the coefficient of x power 5? మీరు ఇది ఏం చేయండి, ఈ టర్మ్ని మొత్తం a తీసుకోండి, ఈ టర్మ్ మొత్తం b తీసుకోండి. Now try to expand this. So this will become 6cr into 3 to the power r, 3 to the power 6 minus r into x plus x square whole to the power r. Okay, e expansion use chesi you can just try to find those sort of a combinations where you will be getting the value x to the power 5. Okay, it is little bit more expansion, kani aa expansion lo you will be getting using this rule you can find the value for what all values of r where this justifies. Okay, so that you can see here. And one more thing is, if you try to just expand this 6c1 x plus x square whole to the power 1, x plus x square whole to the power 2, x plus x square whole to the power 3, x plus x square whole to the power 3. So ikkada chudandi, ee maximum expansions lo x plus x square whole to the power 2, what will be the highest degree in this? That will be 4. Okay, x square whole square, daniki minchi elladu, x to the power 4 into x to the power 5. So the highest term will be x square, that will be x to the power 5. ikkada kuda x to the power 5 vastadi, ikkada oka chota x to the power 5 vasthundi. Malli next ekkadante x plus x square whole cube, ikkada kuda x to the power 5 vasthundi. ikkada kuda malli x plus x square whole to the power 4, alane x to the power 5. So if you try to again expand this from there, you will be getting the x to the power 5 term. Okay, so okay, so again నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా, again we will be coming in the evening class. You are welcome. In the evening class again we will be having a discussion on the binomial theorem itself. దాంట్లో we will be discussing about the middle term, right? In that middle we are going to discuss what is the middle term of a sequence, like of an expansion, right? If the expansion is having n terms, appudu n terms, and if the n terms are even, then we will have 2 middle terms. If the n terms are odd, then we will be having the 2 middle terms, like 1 middle term, sorry. So we are going to have this sort of a discussion in the in the evening class. So again stay tuned. At 3:30 again we'll be coming back. And as of now, right, I have one request for you all. మీరు అందరూ ఏం చేయండి అంటే, ప్లీజ్ డౌన్లోడ్ అవర్ యాప్ ఆన్ ద ప్లే స్టోర్. ఓకే, హియర్ ఇస్ ద క్యూఆర్ కోడ్ స్కానర్. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైతే మీకు చెప్పానో ఇది ఒక చిన్న షార్టర్ వెర్షన్. నేను చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే, ఇక్కడ చాలామంది ఆల్ పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఐటి అండ్ ఎన్ఐటి, దే ఆర్ ఆల్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ దిస్, ఓకే, ఇన్ దిస్ సిస్యా. ఓకే, దే ఆర్ ఆల్ వర్కింగ్ ఫర్ యూ. మీకు ఈ కంటెంట్ కొద్దిగైనా నచ్చుతుందంటే నాకంటే చాలా చాలా బాగా చెప్పేవాళ్ళు, నాకంటే చాలా ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ క్వాలిఫికేషన్స్ కానీ క్యాలిబర్ కానీ దెర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ పీపుల్ హియర్ హూ ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ అరౌండ్ అండ్ వాళ్ళ మొత్తం కంటెంట్ మటుకు సిస్ యాప్లో ఉంది. Okay, you can see that I'm a very smaller version here of them, but here there are people who can take care of you even more better for you as well as all the younger generation throughout, available in different languages. So sisyaclass, please try to download in the Play Store, and please also like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Malli will be coming back at 5:30, 3:30. Please stay tuned with Nidhi ma'am. Yeah, she'll be there with the chemistry class. Thank you so much.